students, welcome once again to the online classes of biology. So in the previous class, we have studied about the organ specific manifestations of disease, isn't it? Where the symptoms of diseases appears. I told you generally to through which part of the body the microorganisms enters, that particular systems will be affected most probably. And there are some other diseases where the entry of the organisms takes place through different pathways, and the diseases or the organisms appear or affect the other parts, isn't it? So we have learned examples for both. For example, the diseases that or the microbes that enters through the respiratory tract, mainly they affect what? The respiratory system. And the microorganisms that enters through the food, they'll be mainly affecting the digestive system. But there are some other cases also. Example, we learned malaria, isn't it? Then likewise we have learned examples for both. Now we are going to study about the principles of treatment. Okay, so treatment means what? Once the disease comes, how you will cure it or how the disease will be treated. Okay, so that is treatment, isn't it? So what are the principles of treatment? Whenever we get a disease, we do what? We sleep for more time, isn't it? Then we can also take medicines. So likewise, in different ways, doctors may ask you to drink enough water, to take rest, isn't it? So like this, what there are different methods, and if it is not possible, what we have to do, we have to go and take medicines. So medicines are of types, or in two ways they cure the infectious diseases. One is what? To reduce the effects of the disease, and the other is to kill the cause of disease. Understood? So first is, we are having the symptoms, isn't it? When a disease comes, we may have high fever, isn't it? Or headache, or body ache. So all these are symptoms of the disease. So one approach to treat the disease is treating the symptoms. Okay, symptoms can be treated. Clear? So for this, if we are having high fever, we'll take paracetamol or crocin. Understood? So likewise, that reduces the symptoms. So the symptoms appears why? Because of the inflammation. Means it is actually the reaction of our body. Once the microorganisms enters our body recognizes it and try to eliminate it by inflammation. Okay, so how our body temperature increases when any disease comes or any microorganisms comes in our body? This is due to the inflammation. Understood? Our body is trying to the eliminate the organisms by increasing the body temperature. Our body itself is doing this, okay, to increase the body temperature, so that what happens, they can eliminate the microorganisms. Understood? So this is one of the approach of treatment to reduce the symptoms. Understood? So pain or loose motion, all this can be there, isn't it, as symptoms. Sometimes if the digestive system is attacked by the microorganism, then what happens? The loose motions can be there. All these are symptoms. So the symptoms can be reduced by what? Treating them. So one approach is to reduce the symptoms. Okay, so paracetamol, and what it does, it they are antipyretics. They can reduce the body temperature. Okay, and the symptoms appears due to what? Due to the inflammation of the body. Understood? Means the way by which the body reacts to it. Clear? So likewise, the symptoms can be reduced. And why it is said to take rest and all? When we are taking rest, what can be there? They can conserve energy, and this energy can be used for what? Fighting with the microorganism, or for the healing purpose. The energy, okay, the body can use the energy for healing mechanism. Understood? So this kind of what symptom directed treatment is one approach. Okay, symptoms should be reduced. Now corona and all comes, what mainly does, so you might have asked heard, okay, we have to take paracetamol if high temperature is there, or we have to take rest. Okay, so like this, what symptom based to, we are giving our body enough time to fight against the microorganism by taking rest and some medicines that can reduce the symptoms, and body what it does, it slowly it will fight against the microorganism. Understood? So some cases it is not possible. Why? Because only symptoms is removed, that doesn't mean the microorganisms died. Microorganism is still there in the body, and that can cause trouble. Understood? So this is not what enough for recovering. Okay, sometimes we need to kill the microorganism which is responsible for the disease. Okay, so how we will kill the microorganisms? Okay, there are different methods. Okay, so we learned that there are different kinds of microorganisms that causes diseases, like what? Viruses, bacteria, fungus, protozoa, etc. Isn't it? So these are the microorganisms that causes diseases. So these all will have a particular metabolism. Understood? That is not common in any other organism. Okay, so for example, the our cells may make new substances, okay, by a mechanism that is not used by bacteria. Means bacteria will have their own what metabolic pathway, okay, to produce the what the new materials, okay, cell wall, or for what other products, they may have special metabolic pathway, and that will not be shared by any other organism. Okay, so if we could block that particular metabolism, it will not affect our body. Okay, it will only affect the microorganism. Understood? So like this, a drug or a medicine can be used to against bacteria, okay, without affecting our own cells. And in the same way, okay, different organisms are having plasmodium, or what means protozoans, or viruses there are little bit difficulty, because why? Viruses are not using their own mechanisms, isn't it? They, once they enter our cells, they use our cellular machinery. Okay, so for this purposes, so it is not that much effective against what? Viruses. Okay, that is what, for viral diseases mainly there is no antibiotics or any other medicines generally. Okay, but there are medicines nowadays, they are developed, there are medicines developed against viruses also. Antiviral drugs are also there. Have you heard about remdesivir and all during the corona treatment? Okay, so the actually these were used against HIV infections. Okay, so not common, but not common as in the case of bacteria or other malaria, malarial diseases, okay, or protozoans. This antiviral drugs are not so common. Understood? So, how this chemicals work against the microorganisms? You understood? They block some of the metabolic pathways, okay, which is used by the microorganisms. Okay, against the microorganisms they use the drugs, so that what will happen, some of the steps they will go and block. So what happens, they cannot mean survive in the body, and they'll be eliminated. Is it clear? So in this way, what the treatment, okay, the treatment focuses on two things. One is to reduce the symptoms, second is what, to kill the microorganisms. Okay, so in these two ways it will be useful. And I told the symptoms can be reduced by some medicines. Symptoms are produced by what? By the inflammation of the body, and thus that can be reduced by what the medicines, Okay, the other approach is what? To kill the microorganism, which is the real cause for the disease. So for this, we use drugs which can be used against what? Used against the microorganisms. Okay, as they block the metabolic pathway of the microorganism and thereby they control the disease. And in case of bacteria and other protozoans, fungus, etc., they are effective. But in case of what? The viruses, the difficulty is that they use the biochemical mechanism of our own body or machinery of our body for their growth. So if we use any drugs, it may affect our body also. Understood? So this is the difficulty in using what? Antiviral drugs. But there are drugs that are used against viruses also, especially for the using against the HIV. Okay, so about the principles of treatment you understood. Okay, so this is about your topic today, and we'll continue in the next class. Thank you.